Okay, so it's pretty much the middle of November and winter here in Scotland is truly on its way. We're back in the gym, we're getting fitter and stronger for next year, as well as getting out on the trails as much as we can, but the trails are far from what I would like to call dry. Not exactly ideal conditions, but if you're brave enough to embrace the elements, the trails are in some of the best conditions right now. Anyway, today I thought I'd make a video and review 3 mountain bike products you can pick up for under 50 quid or $70 US. And these are 3 products you've most likely never come across. So they're sure to spark your interest, make your riding more fun, less of a pain and more organised. Now I don't know about you, but I love listening to music when I'm climbing up hills on my bike. Whether it's a bit of metal, some reggae, or even some house music to get the blood pumping, I'm all for it. And that brings me on to this handy little gadget. This is a Quadlock. It's a handy, lightweight and strong adapter you can use to securely attach your phone to your bike. It's kind of like you'd use with a bike computer like a Garmin. They've got loads of different sizes to suit pretty much every single phone that you can buy. I went for the universal mounting kit, which fits any phone and comes with a really strong 3M backing that you can stick directly to the back of your phone case. The Quadlock then simply mounts to your bike handlebars like this. You simply twist and lock, and you can view all your favourite apps like Strava or Komoot, or you can just play music like I love to do. So just at the top of the trail, top of Flat White at the Golfy, and I'm going to test out the Quadlock. I did say previously that I never really used the Quadlock phone mount with my phone on the mount going downhill. Phones nowadays are so big, I don't want to risk my phone catching my knee on the downhill and then that potentially causing a crash or some serious injury or anything. So I generally just use it for climbing, playing music, seeing where we're going, then put it in my pocket to go down. However, today I thought I'd put it to the test. I'm actually going to go down the trail. It's pretty frozen solid today, it's pretty slippy. But we're going to test out the Quadlock with the phone mount on, going downhill to actually see what it looks like, what it feels like, and if it actually gets in the way, and if you can actually use it for going downhill. So there's 2 ways you can mount the Quadlock. You can mount it this way, which means the actual lock is over the stem, or you can mount the Quadlock this way. So it's a bit further forward on the stem, you can see that? Kind of a bit further forward. So it's out the way of the cockpit, which is pretty decent. I prefer to run it just a bit further back. Phone's mounted on the Quadlock in the first position. I'm gonna put the GoPro on the chest mount, but I've got this huge bag with tripod in it. This is going to be a new experience, riding down with maybe a 10 kilo backpack, 15 kilo backpack on. We'll see how it goes. Okay, it's so icy today, it's ridiculous. So I might be going a bit slower than usual because it's so slippy. So I can see the phone. I can see the phone in my vision, and I'm just wary that it's going to be hitting my knees in some of the tightest. Oh, that's slippy. It's like riding on sheet ice. The big backpack is sliding all over the place, but the Quadlock is staying in place. I'm actually looking. Oh, that was slippy. Okay, so it stayed on. Didn't really get in the way. It does look quite big though when the phone sat there. So yeah, there you go. So you can use the Quadlock with a big phone on it going downhill. I personally wouldn't like to keep riding all the time like that, just mainly because some of the steeper trails, or not steeper trails, maybe when my knees are getting close to the stem, it would be that fear of like knocking the phone off or the phone catching my shorts or something. But that little test down those little turns seemed to work pretty well. So for those asking that you can use a Quadlock with a phone on it going downhill as well as uphill, there's your answer. You can use it. There's nothing worse than blasting down a trail, nailing your lines, and then, out of nowhere, you hear that hissing noise every cyclist or mountain biker dreads. Yep, you just got a flat tyre. Now 95% of mountain bikers do carry a pump, whether it's attached to their bike or it's inside their backpack. The problem is though that all these mini pumps don't really work as well as they should. You end up fighting yourself and wasting a ton of energy trying to pump up a tyre back to its optimal pressure. I think I've got a better option. Stompump have a whole new approach to fixing a flat tyre on the trail. They've designed and engineered a foot pump that packs down and fits conspicuously onto your bike. When it turned up in the post, I was really excited to check it out and give it a try. It's all boxed up in a premium quality package, complete with everything you need, including spares, mounting kit and instructions. It's got an integrated air filter that keeps all the incoming air real clean from dirt and debris, which could otherwise damage the internal parts. So what better way to test it out than in the rugged outback mountains here in Scotland? That way we can really get amongst the grit and the grime and see if this pump stands up to the test. So let's mount it to the bike and get out on the trails. Okay, so we're out down one of the local trails and we're going to test some pumps out, some bike pumps out. First pump I ever actually bought for bike racing right recently was this Lezyne pump called the Lezyne Flex Hose, which basically has its own flexible hose that goes inside the pump and screws in. So then obviously when you get a puncture, you take this off your bike, you undo this, screw it into the other end of the pump, and then obviously you put that on your valve and you pump away. The problem with this pump is I found with a lot of occasions that when you screw this end onto your valve, sometimes, well, most of the time I experienced it actually took the valve inner core out and then just let all the air out, which was a big waste of time. And also from a racer's standpoint, if you're racing bikes and you want to pump a tyre up fast, this is probably not the most efficient way to do it, which brings me on to this pump. So then I bought a one-up pump, one-up components pump, which resolved the issue of the inner valve core coming out because this literally just presses straight onto the valve, and then the high volume pump you just pump away, and yeah, sweet. And then today I wanted to test this thing out. This is the Stomp Pump, and this is basically a revolutionized foot pump for out on the trail. So you attach this to your down tube like I showed you, and the only downside I can see at the minute is that this replaces where you would have a bottle. So you can either have this or a water bottle, which isn't so bad if you're a rider who is used to carrying a backpack round or something like that, or you're just used to not riding with water and going on shorter rides. But it does sit nice and snug on your frame, like it looks quite neat, and there's a nice frame strap that goes around this and the mount to keep it all sturdy. It's got either option of press draw schrader that you undo these little ends and you switch this around depending on what you're pumping up. When I got this pump through the post, did a bit of research into it, and the guys at Stomp Pump reckon that this pump can pump up a mountain bike tyre 3 times as fast as one of these pumps. So what better way to let my tyre down and we can have a bit of a race and see which pump can, well, see if the Stomp Pump can pump my tyre up 3 times as fast as these pumps. Okay, so this tyre's now completely flat. I do have an insert in the tyre. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pump the tyre up and I'm going to stop when I think it's optimal pressure to get off down the trail. Okay, so the first contender is the Lezyne Flex Hose pump. Screw this onto the valve. 3, 2, 1, go.
2 hours later.
Okay, 2 minutes 6 seconds and my arm is aching. Let the tyre down again. Pump is on. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, stop. 1 minute 19, way faster. So we'll let the tyre down again and then we'll try out the new Stomp Pump and we'll see if it is 3 times faster than either of these pumps. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I can actually stand and use my phone or do other things than waste energy on the track now. And stop. You ready for this? 43 seconds. That's pretty cool. It's not exactly 3 times as fast, but I think that is fair enough to say it lives up to its name. When you want to pump up something fast and save your energy in your arms for the trail and dick about on your phone doing other stuff while you're pumping your tyre up, this little gadget is pretty damn efficient. My only concern was that it might pull the valve in or out because it feels quite substantial, like quite solid this. See what happens now. No, the valve's still intact. Bike is ready to hit the trail again. I'm impressed. So you just got back from your ride, you've washed your bike, and now it's time to stow it away for the night. And that's where this little handy gadget comes in. This is called the Clug. It's the world's smallest bike rack. It's a tiny, easy to install clip that gives your bike a hug, helping keep things tidy around your workshop, house, or wherever you decide to store your bikes. It's really easy to install. You just literally screw the couple of screws in the outer shell into a wall or stud, you pop in the coloured insert, and bob's your uncle. You can mount the Clug high up on the wall to mount your bike vertically, or lower down to make a mini stand, essentially making it easier to work on your bike at the same time. So they've got all sorts of different sizes. We went with the MTB XL Club, which is your best bet if you've got any kind of trail, enduro, or downhill bike with tyres that are bigger than about 2.3 inches. So there you have it. 3 mountain bike products that you can buy, all for under $70 or 50 quid. I've put all the links in the description below where you can check these products out. Let me know in the comments if you've seen, used, or even own any of these products and what you even think of them. Make sure you click the thumbs up button, it helps us grow, and make sure you click the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. That way you'll never miss any future videos, and we look forward to seeing you out on the trails.
Ready?
Yeah. Do you want to tell us what these holes are?
Well, not to make the same mistake we did and put these too high because we didn't read the instructions on how it was meant to work. We just got too excited.
Looks pretty good though. More space in the bike room. Now we need more of them.
Yeah, we need like another one there, and then one there, and then one out in the front for like when you just come back.
Or for guests.
Or for guests.